Is he saying that
Hello, implementers. Welcome in. I'm going to get some more people in here. All right, we are live on Instagram. Yay! It's working. Yes. Welcome to Overthinkers Rehab. Welcome. I'm going to tap in. Yay. I'm live on Instagram. I'm live on YouTube, and I'm live on Facebook. This is exciting. This is so exciting. So we are getting ready for Overthinkers Rehab. I'm getting some housekeeping together. I know I got some people popping in, so let me make sure they're together. How y'all doing? It's Thursday night over here. It's been a day. Let me tell you how the enemy tried to play me today. Good day. Copacetic, keeping it cool, calm, collected. I'm chill whole day. No pressure. Get ready to pick up my kids. Okay. A little bit of pressure, but I'm handling it. I've been doing it for 2 weeks now. I'm a semi-pro. I get my daughter. I'm rushing to get my son. The man says, roll down your window. Okay. Your tire is basically flat. Oh, okay. I got 8 minutes to get my son. I gotta get a tire. I don't know what to do. Praise God for neighbors. Praise God for peace. Because, baby, honey, I thought that I just knew I wasn't going to be live today. I just knew, like, all of a sudden in a flash, I was not going to be live today, and it wasn't going to be good. And I was not okay with that. Let me share this with a couple people, making sure. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. We're 2 minutes over. All right. Welcome, Overthinkers, to Overthinkers Rehab. Here we are sponsored by Implementation Nation, a community for like-minded individuals looking for actionable steps to go from overthinking to active solutionists. We are middle ground, no judgment zone, all for one another, achieving our goals together. That is our community, Implementation Nation. And I'm so happy to be hosting Overthinkers Rehab today. It is going to be the thing that starts the shift and change in our lives. Now, let me first introduce myself. My name is Brittany. Hey, I am Brittany. I own a digital marketing and productions agency along with my husband. I've been doing marketing for over 15 years now. I've worked on projects with HP, Xerox, Budweiser, local nonprofits, and a few businesses located here in Houston and actually a couple in Georgia. So it's been exciting. I'm also a certified Christian counselor. I am a mother of 2, a wife of 1, a daughter, everybody's big sister, an aunt, a high functioning, high achieving, early graduating, bred matriarch, which is why I totally identify as an overthinker, because I know for sure, it gets bad. But I didn't know I was an overthinker until later in the game. I thought I had it all figured out. Honey, I thought I knew from A to Z how to get it done, and I do. But then my overthinking looked different from other people, so I thought I didn't have that. And then I later found out that was definitely one of my struggles. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the styles of overthinking we have. So there are 3. Let me get I'm using a new system here. So I'm trying to get it together. We popping. Okay, Light, we see you. There are 3 styles of overthinking. So the first we're going to tap into is rumination. First, let me tell you the three so I can let you assume you know which one you have. Rumination, future tripping, and overanalyzing. Now, I have a quiz that you could take. If you have time, I'm going to pop it in the chats on all the platforms that you can simply, easily take this quiz and find out which style of overthinking you actually have. It's also going to tell you a little bit about the type so you can see if you really identify with that, or if you think maybe she kind of got it wrong, or I think I identify with this one a little more. We're just going to see. So I'm going to post that in the chats here. I'm loving this new system we're using because it's like a done for you kind of thing. Oh, it's working. I love it. Oh, excuse my overexcitement. When you don't overthink things and you just try to trust that they actually work and then they do. Hi. I'm so excited. Okay. So there's a little quiz you can take to find out what type of overthinker you really are. But let's get started on the ruminators. So if you're a ruminator, you have to know that you are just looking and expecting something negative to happen. Like you're like, I did all this work, I put this effort in, and I just know that it's not going to work out. I just know they're going to have something to say. I know they're not going to like it. They're going to see that little bitty dot I put in the wrong spot, or the comma that didn't belong there that I added, and it's going to be a problem. And I'm telling you, it's never real. And then you're also a ruminator if you be like, oh, I did do this right, but remember when I didn't do that right 15 years ago? Maybe I shouldn't do that again just because I got it right this one time. I should try to skip and go back and do something different because I'm just so hell-bent on bringing up past failures, slip-ups, setbacks, all my mistakes because they're so prevalent to me. You are a ruminator, which makes you overly cautious. You're going to double or triple check your work. You're going to do your best to avoid mistakes to where you get into perfectionism. And that is the thing that kills progression. I say it all the time. Progress is slowed down and not handled when you are stuck on perfection. Progress over perfection every time. My daughter's dancing outside the door. Get it, sis. Get it, sis. Because if I don't, we got to support the kids. Uplift the kids. Next, future tripping. If you are a future tripper, you are excessively giving energy, planning for every possible outcome. Everything that can go wrong, everything that you could possibly expect that's not really going to happen, but you're trying to like say, oh, it possibly could, or maybe if I set it up this way, it's going to happen like that, and then it never does. Or you brought it to fruition, like you made it happen because you were so focused on it. You made it happen. That the future trippers are the ones you got to look out for because they'll have you thinking that what they're offering is just a perspective when it really is just a future trip. It is a reflection of their overthinking. So you got to be careful between perspective and future tripping. That is a thing. Then you have to know that you find it hard to celebrate your successes. Guys. I identify. So when you find it hard to celebrate your successes, it's because you're already looking forward on to the next thing, worried about what's going to happen with this next thing versus taking the moment to be like, oh, this is a good thing. Let me focus on this. It's not what you want to do. It's not a good thing. It is never going to give you peace. You're going to always feel restless. You're going to always feel like you've never done enough, never achieved enough. And that's never, ever, ever going to help progress by trying to predict what's going to happen outside of the things you expect to happen. Again, if you expect bad things, they do come to you. The third one is an overanalyzer. Now, I took my quiz and it told me I was an overanalyzer. And I said, no, I got to be like a ruminator or something. And they were like, nope, you are an overanalyzer. And I said, okay. What is an overanalyzer? Because that can't possibly be me. But then I had to look out for things that overanalyzers do. Procrastination. Oh, yeah, you got me. Looking for others' approval or confirmation and to give you confidence before you put it out there. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I definitely use my husband as a crutch sometimes to be like, hey, does this work? What do you think about this? Even though I feel like, yeah, it's good, I still will be like, oh, tell me what you think, especially with something big. Ask my sister-in-law, I call her all the time. Like it's a problem. It's a problem. You also have difficulty distinguishing between high and low priority tasks, which lead to a long day. Now, that can look different in different ways. So high priority and low priority tasks, I can prioritize just fine. I can tell you what's important. I can tell you what's not important. But some days I can't tell you what I'm going to do versus what I'm not going to do, because it all feels like everything I have left to do is important. Not my prioritizing is an issue, but my desire to give energy to the high priority things just doesn't exist, or I simply don't want to. And that is definitely an overanalyzer, because I've broke it down. I've already determined what's going to happen. Or I can be late on this, or I can miss this by 2 days and make this work. Like we be trying to figure that thing out. We be trying to figure that thing out. So again, if you have not taken the quiz is in the chat. You can capture what kind of overthinker you are, so that you can figure out your style. Because what I'm here to tell you is overanalyzing is surely and truly just a reflection of your mistrust. It's a mistrust of your gift. It's a mistrust of the things that you've been assigned to do. It's a mistrust of your part in the kingdom. It's a mistrust of God and himself. So if you don't know what kind of overthinker you are, that's okay for right now, because you're going to take that quiz after we get done. But you have to know that in this moment, I have to examine the steps I take. Are they out of doubt and disbelief? Or are they simply out of no desire to not do it? Are they simply like, I don't know if I can do this? Is it my capabilities? But all that is a reflection of your mistrust. If you have a significant other, I'm going to challenge you to think of it this way. If you trust them to get up every day and not to take care of you, to support you, to be your friend, to ride with you, to be loyal to you, why do you not trust yourself to do the same for your clients? Why do you not trust yourself to do the same for you? I know my assignment. My assignment is here with you guys in Implementation Nation. It's helping overthinkers realize that there really is actionable steps that can help us get to our goals that does not require our fear. Sometimes I tell people to pick your fear up and take it with you. Sometimes you got to look that fear in the face and be like, you know what? I'm going to prove you wrong. Sometimes you got to tell fear, we in this together. Let's ride it out. I'm going to I'm going to show you what I can do so you can learn how to adapt to my new needs. Because all fear is your brain trying to protect you from something. It's the new thing. But you got to tell your brain and tell your body what this is, how it's going to respond, and how it's going to react. So if you say, Britt, I'm a perfectionist, I have analysis paralysis, I'm depressive, I have mental overwhelm, I have anxiety, I'm avoidant, I'm catastrophizing, I have obsessive thoughts and thinking, mind reading, I'm second guessing, I have decision fatigue, all the things that people want to diagnose you with and tell you have, I assure you, it is overthinking. It is all rooted in that. Depression, decision fatigue, analysis paralysis, that is all a reflection of your overthinking and your mistrust. They are the tools. People try to make them their own things, but they are the tools that we use in our overthinking. I'm going to say that again and make it plain. If you have symptoms that necessarily can't be fixed or repaired by a certain thing, or they're telling you to like go to therapy, which I strongly advocate for. Yes, go to therapy. Then you should also consider that it is a mindset thing that you need to manage, and you are an overthinker that needs to get away from the mistrust you have in yourself. Mistrust is the root of a lot of things we experience and go through on our own. We were already promised troubles. That don't mean we got to sit there and make more for ourselves or take on other people's and have those troubles for ourselves. It's not required. It's not required. In this walk, it's just not required. So I had a question from an audience member, and it said, let me go back. Hey, Britt. Hey, Tanny. It said, I'm an overthinker. How do I build out a quiz? I'm sorry, not a quiz. I'm reading two different things at one time. How do I build out a website if I can't stop overthinking it? That is a great question. I'm going to give you, as a marketer, I'm going to give you a hack to this, because you have to know that I'm a graphic designer by trade. So this is totally not in me to say, but because I know how overthinkers work, I'm going to give it to you. Go to Etsy and get a template. Get a Canva Pro and get a template. Find a template that simply matches your color scheme, matches your style, and work in that, because that is going to simplify some things for you. Ionos can give you a domain for $1. You can give you an email for $1. That's ionos.com. I will put it in the chat. Get you an email address and a domain for $1. Go get you a template from Etsy.com and build your website. Have it done in 2 to 3 days, and it'll be done, and you don't have to worry about it. We are overthinking it when we are making it hard on ourselves when we sit there and overthink and try to make it perfect and all these things. Who said what you have right now or what you can find right now is not good enough? We have to know that the perfectionism in that is going to keep us stagnant. It's going to prevent us from doing what we can do. And I don't believe in not doing what we can do, because we have everything we need. We're capable of it all. So, try to see if there are any more questions. I love questions. Keep talking, guys. Celebrating success is a tough one. Tyler, you have to know. I identify with that, because when I be trying to celebrate my success and I don't really feel like I've done enough, that is truly a reflection of my overanalyzing. I did enough because I did it. There's some people who haven't done it yet, or that's my part in the kingdom and I did it. That's great. Like, that's super fantastic. I think that celebrating your success is important, because how do you know when it's your time? When it's your birthday, how you know it's your birthday? Somebody celebrates you, or they tell you, hey, it's your birthday. This is a day that this happened. Da, 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 da. They marked it. They monumented that day for you. But if we don't celebrate, like, your business anniversary, or just marking in some kind of way as a monumental something, how do we know? Like, I'm sure y'all don't know that I've been in marketing for over 14 years, because that's not something that I've shared. That's not something that I've marked and monumented, that I've been doing math for about 6 years now. Shame on me. Shame on me. I'm going to get past that. We're going to have Tanny. You still got me, sis, on the party planet. Go ahead and plan me a business anniversary, please. Somebody tell me I need to do that, and I'm going to get on it. I am going to get on it. Okay. So we're going to redefine ourselves in overthinking. So for the next 7 days, I'm going to challenge you to do something outside of your comfort zone when it comes to how you have a routine in your day. If you do not have a routine, please know that as an overthinker, you need a routine. You need to be preparing the night before. You need to have what my morning is going to look like before I go to work, at lunchtime, after work, after I pick my kids up, bedtime. Like, you have to know those things. Without that, we just float and we be lost in the sauce, and it don't be good, and it be all kinds of crazy and wild. And it doesn't have to be. We don't have to be confused. We don't have to be lost. So for the next 7 days, as a part of your morning routine, you're going to define yourself. Okay, y'all ready? I'm going to put up a little fancy banner again. Let's see. Boom. Define yourself. I capitalize. Yeah, it's a little good. It's okay. A little ratchet, ain't never hurt nobody. Now, we're gonna define ourselves, redefine ourselves. So every morning for the next 7 days, you're gonna get up and tell yourself who you are. Who you are. I am Brittany. I am creative. I am loving. I am patient. I have grace. I extend grace. I am favored. Who you are matters. So you're going to write it down. You're going to say it out loud for the next 7 days. We're also going to write out who God has called us to be. I am a gifted speaker, a counselor, and I have a heart for people who I am here to serve those who are looking and seeking to overcome the things that hold them back, such as overthinking, such as perfectionism, such as decision fatigue, analysis paralysis. And please believe me when I tell you I have experienced it all. And I had to get to the root of it, because when I am so serious about roots, you got to dig it up. You got to dig it up so that you can plant something new and you can have new fruit and new seed. So again, next 7 days, we're writing down and saying out loud who we are and who God has called us to be, who he says we are in his word, who we are, loved, his, owned, cherished, prepared, favored, all those things. Write it down. That is a part of your daily definition that we're doing for the next 7 days. I want you to read it every day, say it out loud every day, operate in it. When somebody asks you to do something that's low vibrational or not in your spectrum of what you want to do, like right now, you can ask me, am I going to brand something? I love designing, but that's not my kingdom assignment right now. So I have to simply say, no, not right now, but I can refer you to such and such and such. And that's okay. That is okay. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to get my money. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to have fruit. It just means that particular assignment is not for me right now. I got to go after what's mine. I got to go after what's mine. And if I don't go after what's mine, what's stopping me from being great? It's me. I got to go after what's mine. So 7 days, write it out loud. I'm sorry, write it down, say it out loud, operate in it. And then at the end of the day, you write, I do things because of who God says I am. Oh, I'm going to put that in a banner. I like that. I do things because of who God says I am. Bam. I do things because of who God says I am. Because all the other things don't matter. The lady that called me stupid when I was little, she don't matter. The people that was like, oh, you think you this, you that, you snobbish, you rude, you da 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 da, that don't matter. It wasn't true, but it also doesn't matter because that's not who God says I am. It's just not. He says I'm a teacher. He says I am everybody's big sister. He says that I am a counselor. I am loving. I have a different kind. I'm a communication specialist. That is my thing. I'm going to offer perspective. I'm going to give insight. That's who I am. That's who he's called me to be for the kingdom. So this is our first ever Overthinkers Rehab. This is the foundation of how we get started and shifting into our next, what's our greatest, what's going to be our best next level. I don't want to say next level. I want to say season. Because I know y'all feel the shift in the land. I know y'all feel the shift in the land. Things don't quite feel the same. They don't quite respond the same. They don't quite smell and taste the same. Even the water tastes a little different now. We all need the triple filter water. We have to know that this season is doing something different. It's doing something new. I got somebody in the comments. Hi, TT from Zanae. Hi, Nay. A light and just yeah. Oh, I love that. Jackie said, define yourself. That's my birthday month theme. I love that. That's my mother-in-law. Shout out to her. Happy birthday, sis. I'm ready for birthday month. I am a friend of God because he calls me friend. Yes, sis. I love my community. So I am, let me see. I do things because God who says I am. Oh, I'm sharing that Implementation Nation is open for members. We are seeking individuals again who want to use overthinking as their superpower, who are looking for like-minded, no judgment zone kind of people, because we're all here together trying to get it out the mud. We do business development, personal development, and also marketing. So we are a community of about 10 deep right now and growing. And we have content hour. We have fellowship. We're trying to figure out a co-working space online for us. But we are striving to achieve our goals in the proper way, not in the way that somebody said we should, but in the way we see it. Because we have to know, as a visionary, it may be the first time somebody's doing what you've done, and that's a good thing. And you need somebody behind you that's gonna be like, rah, 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 here are the resources I have. Let me give it to you. That's what we're here for. I want to rah, rah, rah for you. So join Implementation Nation. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. This is really cool, Gerald. I really like this. Join Implementation Nation. Link is in the chat. We are excited to have you join us. It's I don't know enough to say about it because I get so excited about it. But it is literally the fruit of taking control of my overthinking and being obedient and operating in the kingdom and the assignment. So I'm so glad y'all joined me for Overthinkers Rehab. This was our first live stream. I want to do this again. I feel like next time we should have like some people in the room. So if you want to be in the room for a live stream, like so we can really talk and like dig deep and get into what's keeping you, what kind of overthinking you're doing that's keeping you from getting to your next level, baby, DM me. Send me a quick message. Let's get together, because you have to know where you are right now is not the end. It is not. If it's not where you're supposed to be, we don't have to stay there and we don't have to remain. So thank you so much for joining us for Overthinkers Rehab, and happy implementing.